What's up, everyone? Welcome to Benched. My name is Joey, and along my side here, my brother, my faithful co-host, Angel. What's up, man?
Hi. Thank you for the intro.
You like that?
You never give me any.
You always complain about your freaking intro. Just take it and say thank you.
Thank you.
Good
Glad to be
God.
here.
Piece of,
I'm just saying, hey, my brother, my friend, my confidant.
you're not my confidant. Over at the table today, all by his lonesome, lifelong Eagles fan, 6'5", AJ Woodson.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm a little cold and lonely over here today with no Bane mode, but
Running the whole thing by
we're
yourself.
gonna get it done.
Gabe is busy.
Busy.
He's
Busy. That's all we know.
Busy.
That's all we
That's
know.
as specific as you want to be.
Gabe
Busy
is-
man.
He's a very busy man,
Yeah.
especially on Thursday nights.
Yeah.
Thursday nights, very busy.
Yeah. Gabe is actively tracking down P. Diddy right now.
Oh, good God.
That's what he's doing. I
Maybe.
figured it out.
Maybe, hey, it's opening day for the MLB.
Hey, yep.
Congratulations to all you baseball fans out
Yep.
there. It's not a baseball podcast, but we did go to opening day at Dodger Stadium.
Yes, we did. And Dodgers got that early season dub.
Yeah, we got there in the fourth inning because the parking lot is...
It's Los Angeles ass.
There you go. It was honestly a terrible experience. But
No. Everything besides the game was a terrible experience.
Ohtani got on the board.
Yep.
We got a Freeman home run. We got a Betts home run. I'm not going to bore you with too many Dodger things, but basically the Dodgers kicked ass.
Yeah, as they should.
Cardinals suck.
We pay a lot of. Well, we don't pay. The Dodgers pay them a lot of money. We better win a lot of games.
We definitely paid him a lot of money.
Yes.
I spent a lot of money today for about 4 innings of a baseball game.
Yeah.
But opening day, got the cup, had a good time, but we are pretty tired.
Yep. But had the memories though.
We definitely have the
Just
memories
me, you,
together.
and Gabe.
Yeah,
You know.
that's the other brother. That's
Well,
three
they know
brothers.
Gabe.
I'm just so you know. They know who they are.
Okay, cool.
If you're watching on YouTube, welcome to the channel.
Hi.
If you're new to the channel, go ahead and like the video, subscribe to the channel. I feel like I said channel too many times in that sentence, but nonetheless, subscribe so you can keep up with our content.
Yeah.
And thank you to everyone who's just taking part in just some great conversation.
Oh yeah.
There, we love you.
We love every comment.
Subscribe
Good,
for more
bad,
content. You guys are awesome.
High ball, low ball. We love them all.
And then, of course, if you're listening on Apple, Spotify, iHeartRadio, or Amazon Music, thank you for joining the audio version of Benched. And go ahead and share it with a friend.
Yeah.
Leave a review. Throw it up on the socials. All those are so helpful to us, and we appreciate all you guys on YouTube and on all the podcast platforms sticking with us now all the way to episode 110.
It's that's a lot of episodes.
110 episodes.
You know,
We're not even a year old yet.
very scared one day someone's gonna look back at those old episodes, bring up something that we said, and
Well, they better soon because one day they'll be archived. They will not be available.
Got you.
But yeah, thanks for following us on all those platforms and just for all the support over the last 8 months. Mm-hmm. You guys are awesome. We appreciate you guys so much.
we do.
And then of course follow us on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. Search @Bench Show, spelled just like that. And
Should've done it.
Yeah, you've been doing it. But yeah, make sure you're following all those platforms for clips of the show, clips that aren't on the show, just extra stuff we're doing to put up
That
there.
is true. We do. That's not even live. We have
Yep.
extra stuff we put on that's not
Yep.
on the show.
Exclusives. Is that what it's called?
Yeah,
there you go.
Exclusive clips.
content.
Oh, that's how you say it.
That's
Yeah,
it.
Exclusive content. Oh, that sounds so legit.
That sounds.
God damn, we're
that sound-
podcasting
That
now.
sounds like an OnlyFans account.
Oh God. Don't sound fast.
Exclusive content. Behind the paywall.
Okay. Also, reaction, breaking news, all those different things. Make sure you're following all those platforms, and also follow all the platforms because different things on different platforms. Mostly because the algorithm works differently for all this.
Yeah, and we
Almost
still,
one.
we still don't understand it.
Yeah.
If you have any clue on how to understand it, please comment below. I have no idea how. It's all different. TikTok algorithm is different from YouTube algorithm. It's all just a jumbled mess, and we're just trying to navigate it.
We're recording on March 28th, so that means the draft is exactly a month away. Starting in a month. Very excited about that. But a month away is just far enough where, we're not too amped yet because you got to pace yourself.
Well, there's pro days. So
Well, but it's just far enough where we're not too amped.
Yeah.
Pro Day isn't exactly the biggest deal as far as the fanfare that free agency and the draft get. They're very important, and I get all that. But as far as the event that free agency is and the event that the draft is, you kind of have a little lull here for a second.
Yeah.
And that's where we are. And so today we're going to talk a lot of football because there's definitely things going on. There's some conniving. There's some lying coaches. There's some lying GMs, and there's some guys making new money.
there's second chances. A lot of second
And
chances.
some second chances. In Dobbins' case, third, fourth chances.
Yeah.
But yeah, all those things going on. But also, we're just going to have some fun today.
Yeah,
Talk a
you know
little
what?
nonsense.
It's football, though.
Was it guys being dudes?
Just got, yeah. Have you not heard that phrase
This is
before?
the Guys Being Dudes podcast.
Yeah.
Absolutely today.
Yeah.
So be guys and dudes with us today. Unless you're a girl, then just Just be yourself, because that's good enough. That's a good message.
Hey, yeah, be yourself because girls are good enough. That sounded
It
sexist.
sounded worse when you said it.
Okay, let's move on. I got some questions here for you guys.
Equal pay for all.
Yeah, Gabe's not here.
Oh,
There we go.
Gabe show, yeah.
Gabe-less show, so.
Oh, so
No
you can
racism
feel,
or sexism
You can feel the
here today.
sexism lift from the show.
The dark cloud.
No.
of sexism
I'm gonna
and
do it to
racism.
Gabe. Gabe, we love you, buddy. We love you. We love you.
Busy today on a Thursday.
Yeah,
Busy.
Way too busy. I got a couple questions. Is he gonna watch this?
I know what he's doing though. He's tracking down P Diddy.
Okay.
Checking flight logs.
Angel was obsessed with this P Diddy.
I love it. I love it. I
all
love
about
it.
it.
We'll find you, P Diddy. We're gonna find you.
I'm terrified.
You know what's funny? All the stories that Angel seems to be obsessed with, I get the same thing at home from my wife.
Hey, she has good taste then. Shout out to AJ's wife. I won't say her name. Shout out to AJ's wife. If you're watching this,
I don't like subscribe. I don't think that's what AJ was saying. I think AJ was saying something very different.
I just live on the E News Twitter account, so I'm all about it.
Yeah, I do not. I got some questions for you guys. Some kind of icebreakers, some conversational stuff here.
Sweet.
And I think I'm gonna. It's gonna open a window to your soul. Let's get to know each other today.
Okay.
Let's talk about some feelings.
Yeah, let's gather around the campfire a little bit.
Okay. If you're in Final Destination, how would you die?
Oof.
Oh no! Yesterday, I was driving behind one of those trucks that has a bunch of stuff in it. I would die that way.
Like, okay, so is that something falling off and impaling you?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. Because there's
why would you want to die that way?
one, it's quick,
Yeah.
and two, I'm gonna be on the news because
Yeah.
that guy dies by tree branch going through his chest through his car.
Okay, so if I were to die Final Destination style, I think it would be when I'm out, like, because I like being in the wilderness, right? Catching some animals. Grew up catching snakes and lizards and all that.
All right.
And I discovered a dinosaur that no one knew was there, and he just killed me instantly.
Wait, he's
Just-
alive?
Yeah, like a little raptor or something.
So
Right.
now it's Jurassic Park?
Wait, so
Final
in
Destination?
this world, you're like
I'm just creating my own world here.
you're a discoverer, and you
Yeah, I'm a discoverer. I'm Steve Irwin basically, and I'm
Yeah.
out there just doing my thing. And good God, the dinosaur gone. That's how I'd go. Be kind of cool to go out
that's
that
a
way.
terrible way. A raptor will kill you.
Why?
It die. You don't kill
Well,
you
okay,
fast.
something that would chomp me once and I'm done.
So you can buy the big T-Rex. Yeah, find that guy.
Yeah, okay, I'll find that guy.
Okay. Okay.
I think that's how I'd go. AJ?
So I've never seen Final Destination because no, thank you. So,
neither have I.
I don't really get this. Is it supposed to be like a quick, like big?
It's like
it's supposed to be ironic, like
It's
something
like the
you
most
doing?
unlucky way of dying. Like Angel, like driving behind that truck
And
and,
then
something falls
goes
off
undone,
and just
now-
happens to impale you.
I guess for me it'd be like I die at Disneyland,
Oh, falling off a ride?
just enjoying my day. Or no, I'm like eating and a ride flies off.
I've always thought
Enjoy
about
my
that.
food.
Like what this? Yeah. What if this thing flies off? How many people could it
Like a
kill?
little swinging ride, and
Yep.
then one breaks and comes right for me.
Yeah.
Just an elephant.
yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Just an elephant falls off.
Actually, yep. Every time I get on that ride, I freak out. I'm never comfortable on Dumbo. I
Yeah.
feel like I'm gonna fly off.
I got another question for you. What is the dumbest way you have ever injured yourself?
Injured?
Injured yourself. Dumbest way
You're
you
talking to me?
Oh, that's very true.
You know how many
Dumbest
nights
way.
I've spent in the hospital?
AJ, you go first. What's the dumbest way you've ever injured
Okay, so famously, I've dislocated my shoulder 23 times.
yourself? God.
I've had 2 shoulder surgeries. I've had an Achilles surgery. I'm currently in physical therapy for my knee right now.
He is the J.K. Dobbins of podcasting.
Yeah.
I
That's
kid
why
you
we brought
not.
him on.
Dislocation 16 or 17. I was doing the Cabbage Patch.
What? And it came out? Just
Mid-cabbage.
mid-rotation?
Mid patch.
That's your body telling you should not be doing the damn cabbage patch.
I was like 19.
a 19-year-old doing the cabbage patch, just living life, man.
That's yeah.
Yep. Had to go to the
not good.
hospital and explain to the doctors why I was at the hospital.
Yeah.
Yep.
When I was in 9th grade, JV football, I finally got in the field for special teams. Didn't play offensive defense. but
Nice.
I was a gunner.
Gunner, baby.
Let's go.
Gonna knock someone's head off.
My first practice is gunner. I'm pumped, right? Like I'm gonna
Yeah.
play that week. Not gonna be on the sideline. I'm gonna play. I'm running down the field, and the guys who are playing the scout team have the bags, right? The little dummy bags.
Yeah.
And so I think I'm gonna show coach my swim move.
mid full sprint.
Yeah, mid full sprint, kickoff gunner.
Yeah.
I'm gonna feature this swim move.
Yeah, yeah.
I go to do the swim move. I punch it with my right hand, and something goes wrong. I come over. I come back, and my hand's just hanging.
Yeah.
I broke my hand swim moving the bag.
That's nice.
JV practice. I told everyone else it happened on the first play of like practice. Like, no, some guy drilled me. Oh,
Whoa.
Pause. But yeah, that's the dumbest way I think I've ever gotten hurt.
Well, mine's not dumb. Mine's because of what the male nurse, what he said to me. Okay, look. I was playing basketball, right? And I was dribbling, and I broke my, I think my non-ring finger, my third finger on my right hand. I went to the X-ray guy. It was an African American guy. Then he told me, I don't think you should be playing basketball anymore. And I was so embarrassed.
Wow.
Because he was doing the X-ray, and he's like, I don't think you should be playing basketball anymore.
I'm not gonna lie, that story went a lot better than I thought it might. I was.
No, it's not. I worded it.
I had
weird.
P Diddy ideas in my mind.
Yeah, but that was embarrassing because he told me like I was like 12.
That's embarrassing.
Yeah, because I'm like I thought I was pretty good.
If you could have a superpower, but it had to be kind of useless, what would it be?
I fly like a foot above the ground. Just so like
For no reason.
no, like I could fly, but I'm not on the walk. I'm just flying.
You thought about that before. That was so fast.
That's from I think it's from a show or something. I know that's not mine, but yeah, that's
my God,
I would
that's
just
perfect.
You just fly like a foot up. You know, you're not Superman,
Yeah.
but you're a foot off the ground. It's still amazing to see.
Yeah.
It's still like you're still flying, but you're just a foot. It's useless, but it's also a superpower.
I could read thoughts, but I can't tell whose thoughts I'm reading. In the room.
So you're even more confused with women.
Yeah. You go into a group of women, it's just I don't know.
Like which one call me hot?
This is not helpful.
Somebody's into me.
Someone's into me. I don't know.
Someone's into me.
Yeah.
Let me follow them and I'll
Yeah.
DM them a couple weeks later.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah.
And use that someone's game. I don't know whose game that is.
AJ?
Probably I could stop time, but like for 1 second. So if I'm like cheating on a test, just
throw
stop
it
time.
Can't accomplish anything in 1 second.
I gotta be ready.
Like, can you stack the time? Like
The
you do
seconds?
1 second and then
No,
you pause, and then 1 second again.
These
1
are
second pause?
stupid superpowers. So
Oh, yeah.
apparently not.
Yeah, that is pretty stupid. 1 second. Like, there's not even point of using it.
Yeah.
All right, last one here. What's the most hilarious fashion trend or movie that you secretly love? I can start to get you guys some time.
Fashion trend or movie?
Okay, weirdly enough, do you guys remember when girls used to wear the choker things?
Oh yeah, they still do.
I don't see that anymore.
Still do.
Not
Not anybody our
something
age.
about that. Oh God, why you guys say that? Right?
Because we know how old we are.
Yeah, we're in our 30s. We're not doing that.
I would be cool. I'd be okay with if I might buy my wife one. I always thought like that is so. I like that.
Yeah.
I don't know why. Maybe that's a deep dark reason why.
This
I like
is a
it.
weird conversation right now.
It's a mostly hilarious fashion trend that you secretly love.
Mostly hilarious fashion trend.
Fashion or movie.
Mostly hilarious.
Like it's hilarious that we love it.
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting.
I got a movie.
Yeah.
Cinderella Story. Hilary Duff.
Hey, look.
Chad Michael Murray.
Really?
Hillary Duff, fan of the show. What's up, Hillary? We
What
love
happened
Hillary.
to Chad Michael Murray?
Oh yeah.
Somewhere being beautiful.
Yeah, but
He had that
Hands-
run of Freaky Friday,
Yeah.
Cinderella Story, and one of those, the OC, One Tree
Yeah.
Hill. I don't know which one.
Hey.
he didn't wear the dress.
He had his time in the sun, and he said, "You know what? I had a family. Maybe he has a nice
I
family."
just want to live a life.
Yeah. Good for you,
Hey.
Chad. Friend of the show.
Shout out to Chad.
Yeah.
Shout out to Chad.
Yeah, Chad.
Yeah.
And Hillary Duff.
Now that you said that though, I don't know what about it, but I loved.
Oh, I got mine.
What? Okay, let me go.
Okay.
I loved Mamma Mia.
Oh,
I know. I don't want to love it.
You know what's crazy? I just like the one main song.
Mamma Mia.
The
Okay, man, I'm not thinking of Mamma Mia.
Dancing Queen. I don't know why.
Oh, you don't
Dancing
think?
Queen. Okay.
Yeah,
What
by ABBA.
What movie am I thinking where Taylor Swift sings the song at the end,
Oh, Romeo and Juliet.
Romeo and Juliet?
Yeah.
And I've now.
It has Amanda Seyfried or whatever, and then I forgot who else the guy
Yeah.
is.
You know.
A Romeo? They made
Romeo
a
and
Romeo and
Juliet.
Juliet.
Yeah.
It's as cheesy as you think it is.
Yeah, I love that
never
movie, and now love that song. I watched the whole Disney Taylor Swift concert thing, and just found that song, and that's pretty much the only thing I listened to.
Good for you. Watch it. I would never watch that.
I mean, I don't hate. I wanted to hear that song. So
The Devil Wears Prada. I watched that.
Oh, that's a good movie.
I've never seen it.
It's
Good movie.
it's a chick movie, but it's very funny.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all the questions I have for you today, guys. I think we learned a little bit about each other.
Yeah, we
some,
learned
some that we probably didn't need to learn.
Yep.
Okay. Of course, we're going to start with this one. Chiefs quarterback Patrick Mahomes has deleted. This is where we are. This is where we are.
Yep.
It's March 28th. This is where we are.
Yep.
Has deleted all of the tweets that have to do with P. Diddy. Let's take a look at some of the tweets of the past.
Okay.
Mahomes to P. Diddy.
AJ, do you want to do the Patrick Mahomes II voice?
Yeah, I got you.
Happy birthday, P. Diddy.
Okay.
Fam.
Fam.
Why to start?
I had to warm up. I had to get
It's almost like finding your key.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Okay.
Interesting.
Okay. I mean,
So close enough.
What year is this? 2014.
So close enough.
He's not in the league yet.
He's in college.
How old is he? How old
That's
is he?
3 years before he got drafted.
How old is he now?
28,
So how old was he then?
18.
Interesting. Fam.
Move on.
Okay, next one. Oh, back to back. Yeah, P. Diddy.
Yeah, P. Diddy.
Was this after? Was this after?
This is
The birthday
2014 as
party.
well. I mean,
eight-
what is he?
This is at 8:24 at night. So what just happened at 8:24 at night?
Well, 824, Kobe. But
Don't do that.
yeah, I don't.
So I don't know why you would delete this.
What day? What time of the year? It's just February
February right
16th.
after Valentine's Day.
Holy crap! What else? We have another one.
That's it. Just those two.
Okay. Is it guilty that he deleted these?
It's just, yeah. It's just like it's not guilty. It's just like, bro,
you're not
we wouldn't have brought this up.
Yeah, you're not saying anything.
Right.
You're just saying, yeah, P. Diddy. It could be like you heard a song of his. You're like, yeah, P. Diddy. You know, or maybe you heard a song. Or like you bought someone's clothes
This
or
was
something.
totally a PR representative.
his market
came
said,
and was
like,
you gotta get rid of this right now.
Patrick, I need you to delete that shit right now.
Okay, overreaction. Like, hey, you probably would
Yeah.
better just leave it alone
Yeah, he probably just left it alone.
because it's nothing really incriminating. It's happy
No.
birthday and then, yeah, P. Diddy, whatever that means.
Yeah, it's just he's probably just hearing a song and he's like, yeah, but I can't do a good Patrick Mahomes.
Hey, we wish the best on his journey to a three-peat.
Yeah.
And then P. Diddy,
P. Diddy,
wherever you are.
good luck.
Let's move on.
People are after you.
Talked a lot of P.
Gabe's one of them.
Gabe will find you.
Talked a lot of P. Diddy already.
Yeah.
Okay, let's move on here. The NFL media could be in a little hot water because they made a claim that Woody Johnson, owner of the Jets, the Johnson & Johnson company, right?
Yeah.
And Jets coach Robert Saleh had a very heated conversation at the league meetings. Was there a video of this?
No, there was
This is a straight-up report
yeah.
from Colleen Wolfe.
Because I think in those meetings you can't have some cameras in certain areas. So this is just reports of what people saw and heard.
Very true, because we saw the video of the hip drop tackle video.
Yeah.
And it's definitely like one of those videos where you secretly record a movie.
Someone kind of recorded it like on their hip.
So these are the two of the men we're talking about.
Yeah.
Apparently, they had a heated conversation at the league owners' meetings.
About what? Who knows?
But who knows?
Hot dog water or P. Diddy?
Hot dog water. Maybe Saleh didn't like the way Woody was sliding into DMs.
Yeah.
Wasn't doing it right. Was maybe using the method that you were outlining earlier.
Well, yeah. Or maybe he's saying, why don't we? Why did we let Bryce Huff go? Yeah. I'm interested in that because that would be something I'd be very mad about.
This was then refuted later on by Colleen Wolfe.
No. Woody Johnson came out.
Okay, yeah,
said
you tell us.
Yeah. After this, Woody Johnson came out and just slammed NFL Network, specifically Colleen Wolfe.
Okay.
For doing this, and then she put out a big old apology. If you want to read it, you can.
It seems no.
It's long.
It's pretty long.
But either way, like, attention, Colleen, you're screwed because you don't apologize for this. You just let it. You're a reporter. You just let it go and you just.
Yeah, because is anyone really in that much hot water?
No, because
Like an owner and a coach had a heated argument. Two grown men.
which you believe.
Yeah.
I'm sure people can arguments all the time behind closed doors.
Even if it's not true, is that really hurting anyone?
Yeah.
That's really just. I mean, okay. So it's kind of almost like the Mahomes thing. Just should have left that tweet up.
Yep.
Yeah, because now you just
leave
look
it up.
more guilty.
Yep. This segment is brought to you by Dad Gang Hats. Dad Gang makes the highest quality hats in the apparel industry because they use premium materials, pay close attention to detail, and prioritize durability and comfort. With so many styles, colors, and designs, they absolutely have the right hat for you and the dad in your life. Use code BENCHED76826. That's BENCHD 76826 for 15% off your first purchase. Shop Dad Gang Hats. Quality hats for quality dads. Okay, we're going to talk about Mr. John Anderson, who is calling it quits from the OG ESPN Sports Center guys. One of the few remaining. You still got Levy down there, and you still got a couple other guys, but this guy's one of the OG guys. He's calling it quits after what? 25 years?
Hey,
Jeez,
you know what I'm
25
saying? You know
years.
what I'm saying? He was one of the guys who, when you go to sleep at night, you left it on ESPN, and they just replay Sports Centers.
Yep.
You would hear his voice until you go to sleep, and you wake up, and he was right there again.
You know what I love about these guys? Like, I feel like the guys they have today are all really well spoken. You think of your Field Yates.
Yeah.
Those guys, they're really well spoken. They're always smooth. They're never fumbling over their words. But these guys were different. These guys were quick-witted, super funny.
But they were pros.
Yeah, but they're pros.
Yeah, but they were also like, I'm going to put my own stuff in this.
Yeah, like they're
Yeah.
kind of brought some person out. They're really one of the first ones to ever bring that to sports media.
Yeah.
And they're so good. They're so quick, like so smart. Like
Yeah.
they could all be in their prime today and make it.
Yeah, I feel like if social media was around back then, they would know, these names would be a lot more recognizable.
Yeah, like a Stuart Scott.
But I guarantee if you show any male born in the 90s or 2000s this guy's face, they know who he is.
Yeah.
'Cause-
And we're talking about pre-show, the commercials.
yeah.
Yep.
Those old Sports Center commercials.
He's part of the ones. There wasn't a name for those commercials, right? They were
This
just-
is Sports Center.
Yeah,
Right.
this is
This is
Sports
Sports
Center.
Center.
They had all the stars as if like all the athletes were just worked in like ESPN's office.
It was The Office before the TV show
Yeah.
The Office.
It was-
so, oh, it's so true.
It was a great setup. It
So
was
you don't reenact it, but all of our favorites. Okay, my favorite. I don't know why. I've always loved the one where the duck is in his office. Then he sees the ducks out in the pond, and he's just like, he like leans back in his chair and watches.
yeah.
I always love that one. Which one?
We talked about it earlier. Mine's the Steve Irwin one with him,
Oh yeah.
where he sees the Florida Gator and he tackles him. Like it just
do it. Do the line.
It's like, what's the line?
Give us a hand, mate.
Give us a hand, mate. Yeah, dude, I love, dude. It was Steve Irwin and him.
R.I.P. Steve Irwin. of course.
Yeah, dude. He's on the show every day.
He's a hero.
Yeah, that was my favorite.
AJ.
Not even because of how funny it is. I got to visit ESPN headquarters like 10, 12 years ago.
Flex. Brag.
And I saw, do you remember the one where it was the MLB mascot racing and they're in the office and they hit a corner and they run down a long
Yeah.
ramp? I stood on that ramp and they're like, oh yeah, we filmed the commercial here. And it all hit. I'm like, oh, this is where it is. Yeah. Then there's the Peyton and Eli, where their dad they're like on a tour.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
Peyton and Eli are like picking at each other and
Yeah.
fighting. Yeah, I love that one.
Another good one was the LeBron James one.
Yeah,
you're
yeah,
talking
yeah,
about.
yeah, the LeBron with the throne
Where he stole someone's chair.
he sits his chair. It's
Yeah,
like a
man.
little- yeah.
I don't know what happened to that bit or whatever. They got to bring those back.
Yeah.
They just
that-
lost
it
the talent.
was-
I don't know if Field Yates is delivering those lines like, a John Anderson did.
Yeah, like there were some funny shit, and that's just gone. But
And it's
yeah,
the athletes too. Like, do we have the athletes today?
Yeah,
that are that.
It's true.
yeah, there was a point where you kind of felt like every major athlete went to ESPN and did a commercial for them. Now you don't see that happening.
Yeah.
But now it would be like Logan Paul who did it, and then we don't want to see
Right,
that. Yeah, sorry. Shout out to Logan Paul.
Another one of our childhood heroes, though, one of the guys who introduced us to a lot of the sports we know, gone. Let's hear from John Anderson.
God.
J.K. Dobbins, he's going to visit the Chargers and try to become a part of their backfield. He of course, is trying to come back from another Achilles. Injury.
Sheesh.
Multiple Achilles injuries now, and an ACL.
ACL. Yeah.
So, I think in real life football, this is your best shot to have a second chance. Like you go into an offense that you already know. Greg Roman, now offensive coordinator for the Chargers. Yeah, this is your best shot, man. I mean, they're not bringing you in. I guarantee you, this money's all fugazi. It's not really set in stone. They'll probably draft a second round running back anyway. So just go there. And
So if they
see what
draft
happens.
a running back, then I don't think this is going to work out. But if they just go into him and Gus Edwards, you're going to get a shot. I mean,
Yeah.
he was declared healthy, right?
Yeah, for contact, yeah.
So, we're rooting for you, J.K. Dobbins.
Yeah.
That'd be cool to see him at least get a part of a committee and be like
Yeah, and
a real player again.
in his rookie year, then into his sophomore year, he showed so much talent.
Yeah, stud.
He was a stud in college. The Buckeyes, yeah. He was a stud there, and he was supposed to be like the next big thing. Got drafted to the Baltimore Ravens, the number one running offense in the league still then. And then some injuries just plagued this guy.
He was Zeke's backup, or Zeke was his backup.
No, he was definitely after Zeke.
He was after
no,
Zeke.
I think it was
Way
way
after.
after Zeke.
Okay.
Yeah, it wasn't close.
Favorite Ohio State running back. You know what name comes to mind? Maurice Clarett.
Yeah, that's an old school one.
I loved him.
Yeah,
man.
but Zeke was cool.
Zeke was awesome.
Yeah.
The Denver Broncos. Let's talk a little Broncos here because they made a little signing, and although it's not a big time player, it's not even a big time receiver.
Yeah.
In his own position, but what it might mean for the team and their plans going forward, you're gonna get into that. The Broncos have signed Josh Reynolds, former Lions receiver, who played really well for Detroit.
Yeah.
Oftentimes functioned as their number 2 receiver.
Yep.
And Amon-Ra didn't miss much time, but sometimes functioned as number one. We know Laporta was in and out, so Josh Reynolds played a real role there. He'll leave a hole in Detroit that we're hoping that Jameson Williams kind of step into. But he now joins the Broncos, who don't have much of a receiving core left. They, of course, traded away Jerry Jeudy. Many think they're going to trade away Cortland Sutton. And behind him, Mims, right?
Yeah.
I think he signed, 2 years? I think 2 years, $14 million. We'll see how much that is guaranteed. It's probably not much. 2 years, $14 million. I'm guessing about 7 or 8 maybe is guaranteed. But you tell us what you think this means for the Broncos and their plans, specifically in the draft.
Okay. To the untrained eye, Josh Reynolds is just a basic wide out.
But you have a trained eye.
Yeah. But to a Bronco fan who obsesses with every freaking Bronco transaction. So there's been there's been a lot of cuts. Obviously, we cut Russell Wilson. We cut a lot of our own guys. If we cut or move Cortland Sutton, we save $11 million. So my theory is that we signed this guy to be part of our core so we could trade Sutton and number 12 to move up. So it's to be Sutton, our number 12, maybe next year's pick to move up in the draft. This isn't a move just because they wanted, and they gave him real money. 2 year, $14 million. That's not just a 1 year deal.
Yeah.
That's exactly what's happening. They're making ammo because I don't think they can have another first round pick. So at least they're gonna say, well, we have a proven, ish wideout in Cortland Sutton plus a first round pick to move up.
Yeah, and if they're going to say the Cardinals,
Yeah.
they don't really have a wide receiver one right now.
Yeah.
Unless it depends what you think of Wilson. Is it Mike Wilson?
Yeah, it makes me wonder why they didn't do this with Jerry Jeudy. But that's,
Well, you got to pay Jerry Jeudy.
yeah,
So maybe his salary's already baked in.
yeah.
You know what Cortland Sutton's going to cost.
It cost $17 million this year, but $13 million guaranteed. So basically,
Played really well last year.
yeah, he
Caught
played
8 touchdowns.
Yeah, with Russell Wilson, he had very, very good moments last year.
So we're obviously eyeing the Cardinals. I think we should eye the Giants.
Mhm.
Patriots, if they decide they want to trade back.
If Harbaugh wants to play ball at number 5 and there's a quarterback who falls, he wants to collect assets.
Yep. And it just so happens that reports came out all day today that they met with pretty much every quarterback who's going to be drafted except Caleb Williams.
Yeah, what you like, this is a positive for the Broncos because all teams that they could move up, Giants need a wideout. Cardinals need a wideout. Chargers need a wideout.
Yeah.
All those guys need a wideout. This is not a mistake that they kept Sutton, who there's no deadline this year to cut him. That would be less or more. It's all the same thing.
Right.
That's why they didn't have a June 1st deadline for him or whatever.
What kind of draft capital did they get back for Jeudy? It wasn't much, right?
No,
Nothing that could be used for ammo.
No,
in that
nothing.
move?
No, nothing. So this is just a theory because they don't have a lot of assets. Like we have to create assets for what's here. And Sutton's good. Sutton will be good for a player. He's not really we're trying to rebuild-ish right now. Oh, no, we aren't a rebuild. But that would be my theory.
Wait, think about those teams, though. Tell me if he's the number one on the team he goes to. Chargers.
Yes.
Yeah. Cardinals.
Yeah.
Giants.
Yes.
So I'm saying, so they
Yeah.
could be trading for their number one
Yeah.
receiver. So, yeah, he's not in the grand scheme of number one receivers, he's not going to be up there. But,
Yeah.
Still
And then-
good enough to be a number one for a lot of these teams.
Yeah, and then if Carolina didn't trade for Deontay Johnson, I think that would be a good spot. But
Sure.
they trade for him. But yeah, this is the signing of Josh Reynolds means more than people think. I think this might be a draft day trade where Cortland Sutton gets moved to move up in the draft.
Here's what I don't love. This implies that the Broncos are going to go grab a quarterback. I don't love a rookie quarterback landing in a situation where his top receivers are Josh Reynolds, a recovering Tim Patrick, and Marvin Mims.
Yeah.
I think that's a rough spot to be, let alone the best tight end that they have their roster.
Well, that's
Troutman.
when you just trust Sean Payton. I think that's as best you can do.
I played that game already.
That's what look, last year, for all it was, we weren't like bottom 5 in the league. We were an average team.
It is pretty amazing realizing after the season all the shenanigans that were being pulled with Russell Wilson and his contract that they're still winning, but that somehow didn't.
Yeah, we were on a 6-game win streak at one point.
There was a path to the playoffs almost at the end of the season.
Oh yeah.
They did lose by 50 at one point.
Yeah. Last year was the most emotional year for
So
a Broncos fan
weird.
I've ever experienced.
So weird.
But like most things, we move on and we move forward. And I think this is a nice
I
step.
like to look back and make fun of it still.
Yeah, it's gonna haunt us for the rest of our lives. It still hangs here. We should get a banner or something up here.
But let's end this on a positive spin, though. That'd be hell of a. Is that the right way to say that? That's not how you say that. That'd be really exciting.
Yeah.
To go get a young quarterback, to get a rookie quarterback.
I know this is probably dumb, but would you rather have the Vikings 11 and they're 23, or the Broncos 12 and Cortland Sutton?
That's not even close.
Right?
the 11 and 23.
Yeah.
It's not even
So
close.
I'm just thinking like if there's a trade that does happen, we're gonna give away a lot more than just Courtland Sutton. But I'm just saying he's a little sweetener that maybe the Vikings can't throw in. Like, oh, here's a veteran wideout who could help you be number one.
And then maybe the trade is not that dramatic. Maybe it's a trade into like 7, 8, 9.
Yeah.
And they're going to get a Bo Nix or Michael Penix. Maybe
Yeah.
they like those guys.
Yeah.
So you never know. Let's move on here. The Chiefs are going to add a weapon that the league is not ready for.
No.
Kansas City Chiefs have agreed to a contract with, tell me if you know this name, Louis Rees-Zammit.
Apparently he's the shit.
He's a European rugby star.
Yeah, he's a superstar.
And he's just supposed to be a weapon.
Have you seen him?
Let's get a picture of this guy.
Yeah. No. Have you seen him? He was running routes.
Oh, he's a unit.
He's smooth, too.
Yeah.
6'3", 200 pounds.
Yep.
So you don't really know where to put him because he's like kind of a tough guy, but he's too big for a running back and too light for a running back. He's too tall.
So in most scenarios, I would just say like this is a little gimmicky. It's not going to work. But Andy Reid's specialty
Yeah.
is putting guys in, drawing up plays for guys to put them in their best. He has made Kadarius Toney work at times. He's made MVS work at times.
Yep.
He's made just
Jarek McKinnon.
Richie James.
all these guys. We saw against the Eagles in the Super Bowl. Sky Moore, you know, kill us in the red zone because Andy Reid would just draw him open. That makes me think like, what is Andy Reid about to do with this guy?
Yeah, he was when he was doing because the NFL has an international kind of pro day where all these stars come. He's looked pretty good catching the ball. He looked pretty good running the ball. He looks smooth. I think he's be a wideout.
Why did the Eagles get this guy?
I think he's going to be their backup Rashee Rice kind of player, where he's just a bubble screen kind of guy, kind of manufacture touches for him.
Yeah.
Gimmicky, yeah, but he's tough.
Yeah, I mean, I'm excited to see him. I love the European soccer energy he's going to bring to the celebrations.
Yeah.
I saw that he did. So they all do that celebration where they.
Yeah.
Whose is that? Who's the original?
That's Ronaldo.
Okay.
Ronaldo.
That's awesome that the whole league does his celebration.
Yeah, because he's
God,
Ronaldo.
What a stud.
Yeah.
He needs to bring that to the NFL.
Yeah.
We're ready for it.
Yeah.
Good luck to this guy.
Yeah.
You know, the Eagles had a guy in this same program who's now the starting left tackle, Jordan Mailata. Also, great singer.
Yeah. Very talented man. Also, and now is one of the best left tackles in the game. This system.
This is really cool for the league.
I heard someone say that the NFL is for all the innovation that it has, it's last in European appeal because they don't the MLB, NBA, NHL are all full of foreigners who come here and just Broncos. The NFL does not do that very very often.
They don't. I think it's tougher for them because soccer's kind of like it's like rival in other countries, and soccer's just gonna win by a landslide.
Yeah.
Like basketball. Well, they already play basketball in Europe.
Yeah.
They already play basketball in Asia. You know what I'm saying?
Football's very Americanized.
Baseball, like that's all they do in Cuba. You know what I'm saying? That's all they do in Mexico.
Yeah.
And so maybe that's a easier transition. But this is cool to see these people from other countries getting into the NFL and playing at this level. I'm rooting for the guy.
Hey, wish you best of luck, man. Hey, let's go around the clock for making it, dude. What's his name?
For Louis Rees-Zammit.
Yeah. Attaboy, Louis.
What number should he wear?
Ooh,
something weird.
Single digit. No.
99.
Yeah.
Be
give
weird.
him a weird one.
Be weird.
Yeah,
because he's going to be unique. And I think he might work because he has Andy Reid.
Speaking of weird and unique, Jadeveon Clowney is signing a 2-year, $20 million deal to
Carolina Panthers.
Sign with the Panthers.
It's that bad out there, huh?
More embarrassing signing to like look back in your career. Chase Young, 24 years old, having to sign a 1-year deal with the Saints, or Jadeveon Clowney,
Chase Young,
former number 1 overall pick,
Number one
overall pick.
These are both
signed with the Panthers.
These are two guys who are pretty similar, talented, and just never really have gotten their spot in the league. Chase Young's still 24 years old and is signed with the Saints. No offense to the Saints, they're not going to win anything next year.
They suck.
They're not projected. Anything could happen, whatever. But like, they're not going to anything. Clowney, I mean, I guess he got pretty good money, and over there they have money at least. No one wants to play there. So.
Ravens didn't want him back.
Yeah, I'm surprised he didn't go to the Seahawks because they have the McDonald link there.
We'll see. I mean,
But
Jadeveon Clowney.
He's the Burns replacement. So enjoy it, Carolina.
Good luck with that.
Yeah.
Dan Campbell had some words to say at the owners' meeting here about Justin Fields. He says, "I'm not going to lie. It's nice to have Justin Fields out of the division. Listen. Okay.
I'm there with you.
I don't know where to go. Do I go to Caleb Williams first, or let's wait on that?
Listen.
When a coach, and I don't think Dan Campbell is someone who just
He's in BS.
He's
now.
a straight shooter,
Yeah.
right? So I think he really means it when he says, "Thank God I don't have to face that guy anymore."
I think it's funny how both straight shooters in this scenario, Mike Tomlin with the Steelers,
Yep.
gushes
Yep.
over Justin Fields, and then Dan Campbell with the Lions loves that he didn't have to face him no more.
As a Bears fan, this is why, like, every Bears fan wanted him back.
Yep.
And I know we talk about this so much, but
Yeah.
the guys on the team wanted him back.
Yep.
The other coaches are happy he's gone.
Yep. Something's
Like-
not adding up. The
No,
math.
that's
is
what I'm saying, though. Maybe, like, everything is adding up and, like, giving us one answer except for Ryan Poles.
Yeah. It's fun. It's just you wonder, did you just make the biggest mistake of your life? Imagine what they could have gotten back draft wise
Yeah.
for Caleb Williams. Imagine what the Vikings would have given you for Caleb Williams. Imagine what, all these teams, X, Y, and Z could have given you for Caleb Williams.
So they end up with Caleb Williams plus a conditional sixth.
Yeah.
Where it could have been Justin Fields plus 3 firsts.
Yeah. To where at least, if it doesn't work out, we have 3 firsts
Yeah.
and our own. So if we're bad, then we'll have another good pick.
You have to feel so good if you're the Steelers. By the way, who have already backed off of Russell Wilson's our guy.
Yeah.
He's going to start. They've already backed
I
off.
think
that.
when you see him in building, and he's never been accused of being lazy, never been accused of being a diva,
Nope.
where he could have been, but
Hard
he's
worker.
not.
Yep.
So, and Mike Tomlin loves those. He loves the guys who are just, what did he say last year? Who aren't hostages.
Yeah.
That's what Fields
Volunteers,
felt.
not hostages,
That's what he felt like in Chicago last year. Like, I'm just held him here
Yep.
because they drafted me. I don't want, I'm thankful, whatever. I'm getting a little nervous here that the Steelers just got away with.
The Steelers might have just made an all-time fleece.
Yeah.
Just a franchise quarterback for what might end up being at most a 4th-round pick.
Yeah. It's just interesting that Dan Campbell, playoff coach, Mike Tomlin, playoff coach, both see the talent. And
If Ryan Poles messed this up, he's gone. You can't survive this, right?
I mean, how bad does Caleb have to be though?
Listen, I was listening to someone talk about the last 3 Caleb Williams, or the last 2, was Andrew Luck and Trevor Lawrence.
Okay, Andrew Luck was good.
Yeah.
You just tired early.
If Caleb Williams turns out to be Trevor Lawrence, is he losing his job?
Who?
Poles?
I don't think so.
No, because
So that's good enough?
yeah, for all the stuff that we don't like about Trevor Lawrence, he's still an NFL starter. He still will start in the league. He still will be he's still about to get paid like a franchise
Is he a
quarterback.
bust to you? Can you label Trevor Lawrence a bust?
No, bust is like you can't play him. Like it's Zach Wilson.
And take a look at all the other quarterbacks in that draft.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, so maybe bust is too strong of a word. I just think he's a major disappointment.
Disappointment.
He's a major disappointment.
Yeah.
Because of what he was built to be.
Yeah, because they all get like, who's the next? Like before Andrew Luck, it's like, oh, he's next Peyton Manning, and before Peyton Manning, oh, he's next John Elway. Those kind of size guys, IQ guys, whatever. And then ever since Peyton Manning, Andrew Luck was good, but he fell off early, and then you have the Trevor Lawrence, and then now this is the next guy. That's a real thing. That's a real thing.
Do you care about the pink phone and nails and not even that he does it, but just like the oddities that he's kind of bringing that we don't typically see from a franchise quarterback?
Dennis Rodman did it, doing it his own way. Meta World Peace did it, his own way. I don't really mind.
I saw
neither-
that. Sorry, go ahead.
Neither of those guys, though, did they hand the keys of a franchise.
That's exactly where I was
to.
going to go with it.
If I'm
Yeah.
a Bears fan, I'm like, dude, what are you doing?
Yeah, it's not. I don't think it bothers me because I know he plays well on the field.
Yeah.
I just think just don't follow him on social media. But I can see how people in Chicago be like, "What the hell is happening here?"
I was talking about today. What's the most old timey Chicago name you could think of? Just John Schmutz. Like just some super
Some blue collar guy.
Yeah, has been
works at the yard.
Yep.
You know what I'm
working
saying?
in the
Lunch
yard,
pail
50
guy.
years, retired.
Yep.
Has an old Browns mug he's been drinking out of. It's stained.
Just hates his wife.
he
you
grew
know?
up he grew up rooting for Dick Buckus.
Yeah. Yeah. That's my guy.
Then he sees a picture of Caleb Williams
Yep.
with the lip gloss.
With the lip gloss and the pink cell phone case.
Listen, no judgment to that. I'm just saying it's a weird fit.
You seem like, yeah, it's just a weird.
It's a weird fit.
And but this can happen now. If he goes out and balls out, they don't give a crap
That's all
about what he
matters.
does.
That's all that matters. At the end of the day, that's all that matters.
If he's good, I don't care what the hell you do, dude. Do you. But if he's bad and he does this shit, that's when it's like, Fields, are you sure you want to see?
That's the only thing I would say is like the downside of doing all this right off the bat. And even like some of the stuff before that we heard of where his dad wants, ownership of the team that drafts him. They want to direct where he's going to go in the draft. Like, is that you automatically, like, you can't struggle now.
Yeah.
Like there's no you're taken away from your own like grace,
Yeah.
from your own like long leash. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah. I don't.
Like you
all-
have to play well right away.
Yeah, I'm in the Caleb Williams. I think I'm in it because on the field he's fantastic.
It's gonna be so much fun to watch.
But it's going to be fantastic to see if Fields does well and Caleb Williams struggles, how quickly the Bears media will turn on Ryan Pace. Like, you just
Oh,
trade this
yeah.
guy who's – what if the Steelers end up being a number 4 seed and they're like the Bears are struggling for a wild card in the weaker NFC? Like, did you just make a freaking mistake here?
you're losing the locker room. Yeah, you're losing the fan base.
Also, you have DJ Moore on a contract year. You have Keenan Allen on his last year.
1-year deal.
1 year deal. So, like, you can just mess this up, lose your veterans, and you're stuck with a bad quarterback and no weapons.
It's definitely a risk, and
I mean, both are
I
risks.
think he took the bigger risk. I personally do. So I think a bird in hand. Like you
Yeah.
know what you knew you had a dynamic young quarterback who could possibly turn into something.
Yeah.
But the possible bigger return.
That's what he did. That's the gamble.
Yep.
And if it works out,
Because maybe you just found you're in the next Patrick Mahomes.
We'll see.
And then you're like, oh, okay, this
it's gonna be
is
so much fun to watch them.
When does the schedule come out? I cannot
know.
wait to see who they play first.
Obviously, I don't think it's happening this year, but when Fields returns to Pittsburgh, returns
No,
to
the
to-
NFL
when
schedule
Fields
makers,
returns to Chicago.
they're gonna cook it up.
You think it's gonna happen this year?
Fields in Chicago. I wonder what the reception would be for him.
How much of a bummer would it be if Russell Wilson started that game?
Oh, and they're gonna have
I got you, Justin.
they're gonna have Pittsburgh Broncos in the hopes that Russell Wilson plays against Sean
I was gonna
Payton.
say what? Like, what is
No,
Yeah.
they're for sure.
Yeah, for sure. Moving on here. NFL coach told at Schultz Report that Michael Penix is a first-round pick after his impressive play. This is what he said. Freak show. Dude runs a 4.5, then jumps 37 inches. AJ, do you know you're vertical? At your best.
When I was in high school, it was about 42.
But you're 6'5".
So AJ could outjump Michael
height
Penix,
has nothing to do
baby.
with
Like, size don't matter.
Arm strength is crazy in person. Locked in as a first-rounder.
So,
This, I tell you what, it's already crazy with the big four.
yep.
With McCarthy. You throw in now this guy, Joe Milton, Tennessee quarterback, 6 foot, I think 245.
Yeah, just a unit.
Just an impressive human being.
Yeah.
And then you have homeboy from Washington,
Not
Michael
Bo-
Penix. No,
this
Bo
one,
Nix
No, Bo Nix is from
Oregon.
Yeah.
And then
Penix from Washington.
the first round could be chaos.
Yeah, the profile on Michael Penix is that he has all the physical traits, and this just further cements that idea. Like, okay, physically, he's a like they said, freak show.
Yeah.
Throw the ball down the field. Now we know he can run a 4.5, which is pretty damn fast for a quarterback. Now you think, okay, my offense can be even more versatile,
Right.
Because now he can run.
Right.
He's basically Tua with a big arm, and he can run. I can see some team just falling in love. I'm thinking right now,
Denver.
the Las Vegas Raiders.
Yeah.
You go there and you say, we're going to play free, we're going to play fast, we're going to play Devontae Adams, we play Jacoby Myers, we're going to push the ball down the field with our freak show young rookie quarterback.
So I have two questions for you guys. Number one is this. If you're a team that does not have a franchise answer at quarterback, is it your responsibility to take one of these guys in the first round? And even though it's a reach, and even though maybe like a Terrion Arnold, a top cornerback is there, or one of these tackles is there, you might is it so important to get quarterback right that is your responsibility? If you're sitting there at 12 for the Broncos, you have to take one of these guys just to see, because you might.
I think because you might lose fan bases if you don't give the effort.
Right.
Because Broncos tried for years.
Yeah.
Years. Drew Lock, Paxton Lynch, you just try.
Yeah.
Yeah, John Elway couldn't draft him, but I was like, at least he's trying.
Right.
At least he's like not sitting on his hands being like,
Right.
one will just come to us.
And it's exciting.
Yeah.
You know, like AJ, do you think these guys, like these GMs, if you don't have a franchise answer, you have to take flyers. You have to.
100%. This is the NFL now. It's the quarterback driven league. It's like Angel just said, you have to try. That's going to keep your fans happy. It's going to continue giving hope to the fans. I mean, just for us, when we drafted Jalen Hurts, what was that, an early second round pick?
Yeah.
Yeah, we were like, what are you doing? But I mean, it worked out
It did.
in shorter time than we thought.
Yeah, you never knew, and this is why too. Like that's a great point, because you may like an Aiden what's his name?
O'Connell.
Aiden O'Connell, but we didn't know Carson Wentz was going to fall off a freaking cliff. You never know. Just keep drafting quarterbacks maybe.
Yeah.
Jordan Love.
Jordan Love? Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
You had Aaron Rodgers, like, let's draft Jordan Love. This guy's a height, weight, speed kind of guy.
I want to see all 5 of these guys drafted in the first round.
Yeah, it's
yeah.
gonna be interesting to see who the last guy is. It feels like Bo Nix is gonna be the last guy because Bo Nix had the good senior day kind
I
of
think
thing.
Joe Milton would be.
Or no, of the tier 1 and 2 guys.
6.
Milton's kind of a tier C, kind of back second round kind of guy.
We'll see.
We'll see. No, I'm saying like in draft experts' eyes, that's
Yeah.
kind of. But the big 3, then you have the McCarthy in his own kind of tier B plus, A minus, and you have the B tier. I mean, there's so many up to 13. There's about 6 teams who need quarterbacks. Yeah, I could see them all. Maybe they'll all take.
You know what's so funny is back in 2017, there was the tier A or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
And then there's one guy sitting in that like 10 to 20 range that was just kind of like maybe a gimmicky guy. Let's take a flyer on him. Let's see what happens. And that's when the Chiefs traded up for Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah.
It's just that's why it's so exciting for a fan base because you don't know what you're gonna get.
No, because you watch the film and you talk to the coaches and you talk to the scouts and you're like, okay, well he does this, and this,
I love the draft.
and then you're just like, all of a sudden you watch Patrick Mahomes play like, you can't coach this.
12 teams missed out on that.
Yeah, and 12 teams with whole divisions.
Yeah.
Whole thing is just
Yep.
scouting.
Yep.
Go watch this kid from Texas Tech play,
And they missed it.
and they missed it.
I love the draft.
I'm thinking about the Bears, and that year they drafted Mitch the bitch, and now we know.
Okay, that-
Mitch
come on.
Trubisky.
Still in the league.
Still in the
nice
league.
backup.
Yeah, he just signed. No, he just signed a contract,
Bills.
right? The Bills. Yeah. So sorry.
Broncos have their eye on a young quarterback. They met with Jaden Daniels.
Yes.
This is who I mocked to the Broncos. They're
Yep.
trading up for Jaden Daniels.
Mhm.
I think as they fall. There's Jaden Daniels right there. We are aware of this photo. Let's get thoughts on that elbow.
Yeah. Freaky. They made Freak Show should have been for Jaden Daniels.
So-
What the hell is that?
Is it?
Yeah, if you're on your podcast, just stop what you're doing right now. Google Jaden Daniels elbow.
It looks like what action figures used to look like
Yeah.
Yeah.
when they had the weird hinge they try to hide.
Yeah. So like you put like extended elbow
Yeah.
to hide the the little rope. Yeah.
This is, I mean, so it's either photoshopped
No, that's
or-
real. That's real.
or just a weird elbow.
Yeah.
I don't
but
know.
either way,
Either-
that elbow is a Heisman winning elbow.
Okay, so Broncos met with them.
Yeah.
You thought that was a weird fit at first.
I did.
Are you coming around to the truth here?
Well, we're meeting with everybody. But no, I think this as a Bronco fan and for the Bronco fans listening, this year you just have to say, well, we hired Sean Payton. Let's just see if you can, because the profile for a Sean Payton offense is an IQ, not like he's not smart, but a pocket kind of accurate kind of guy. This guy's kind of a playmaker. He kind of likes to run. He's not the typical size for a quarterback.
Yeah.
But maybe Sean Payton wants to upgrade, get into the new age
Neither
of
was
running
Drew
quarterbacks.
Brees. He was too short.
Yeah. So we'll
Didn't
see.
have a strong enough arm.
We'll see, because he made Russell Wilson have pretty good, stats last year. He played good for a while.
Yes.
So if Sean Payton can do this, remember Sean Payton, he's the same guy who put Taysom Hill out there, who cannot throw the ball,
Yeah.
but still won games with Taysom Hill. Jameis Winston was once his quarterback. Let's give him this draft. There's a lot of quarterbacks here. I wonder who's going to pick, because I think they just got reported they're going to meet with Drake May after his pro day.
Okay, we're gonna land it here with this tweet by John Frescella, and it brings up a really good point.
Frescella.
Frescella.
Yeah. Italian, obviously.
Paisano. I love that. In it says parentheses football.
Yeah.
I like that.
In case you're wondering.
I'm gonna do that
That
tomorrow.
means he's got to have
Joey Tovar. Parentheses football.
podcaster.
I like that.
So you know, yeah.
Okay, in the draft this year, Caleb Williams going to the Bears. So let's take him out of the equation.
Yeah, let's just ice that out.
And let's take the Bears out of the equation.
Yeah.
That leaves 3 quarterbacks that everyone sees as elite, or at least worthy of a top 5 pick. So the reports say.
And the reports say that either one of these 3 can go number 2 overall.
We've heard it all. Yep.
Heard it all.
That's Drake May, Jaden Daniels, and JJ McCarthy. The problem is there are 5 teams who need one of these 3 guys.
Yes.
If they don't get one of these 3 guys, they're getting a reach, with a Joe Milton, Bo Nix, Michael Penix.
Yeah.
Or they're getting no one.
Yeah.
Okay, so most likely, Commanders are getting a guy, right?
Because their quarterback room is just Marcus Mariota, and as an Eagle fan, he's what?
Ass.
Yeah, he's ass.
Yeah, he's not good enough. They're going to get a quarterback. They're not going to trade back. Right,
That's it.
100%.
That's an easy loss.
So they get a quarterback.
Yeah.
Patriots.
I had them getting Marvin Harrison Jr. because you can't pass a prospect like that.
Yeah, they might be someone who walks away without a quarterback here, because they have Jacoby Brissett and they like him. Whether or not he's the same, because I think we also assume he's the same guy who led the Browns to a decent record a couple years ago. Like, we may not know. He's been on the bench for a year, and now he's coming back. So we'll see. But they're comfortable with that.
If you're a Patriot fan, you'd be happy if you walked away with Marvin Harrison Jr., right? And you didn't have to walk away with the
I know
quarterback.
Patriot fans who would be. If I was a Patriots fan, no. Give me one of these quarterbacks. That's what it's all about. You are the franchise who saw what a franchise quarterback could do for 20 years of your life.
Yeah.
You were the Brady guy.
But I think the Marvin Harrison, well, this is a big star.
That'd be fun too, yeah.
Yeah, I'm just thinking, like, if they don't fall in love with the guy, they can always say, well, we could always have a superstar wideout.
I think you should trade back. But yeah, that's a bigger conversation.
Yeah.
But they're definitely a team that we could see walking away without a quarterback.
Sure.
The Giants, another team, because of their weird allegiance to Daniel Jones.
Which, though, they've recently backed off. They recently kind of they brought Russell Wilson in for a visit, and they brought in Drew Lock. I'm just saying, like, they're willing to add competition.
Well, to add context to that is definitely coming from the coaching side more than the owner's side.
Yeah.
The owner came out and said, I would love for them to get Daniel Jones to work. I think he's talented. I think there's a reason we drafted him where we drafted him. He seems like he still wants to see what Daniel Jones has to offer.
Yeah.
But the coaching staff maybe letting their eyes,
like that,
wander a little
like
bit.
That meme where the guy's walking with his girl and he turns around.
Yep.
It's one of those guys on. Yeah.
Yep. And those guys he's looking at is maybe one of these three guys or those other guys we mentioned. But Giants definitely could walk away with that one. That would leave the Vikings and Broncos possibly being the teams to move up and trade for one of these guys.
If there's ever two obvious teams to trade up, is the Vikings and Broncos this year.
Vikings, because they just got that extra first-round pick.
Yeah, they traded the Texans to move up. Now they have 2 first-round picks, 11 and 23.
Broncos don't have the firepower. I think if it does come down to, like, a bidding war, they're going to take whatever's left.
Yeah.
Because they just don't have the ammo the Vikings do.
But like we said earlier, they're obviously preparing themselves. All their top 30 visits, they're visiting with all the quarterbacks.
Right.
Minus Caleb Williams, obviously.
Right.
So, yeah, it's very clear. Broncos and Vikings are going to find someone that they love, and they're going to go for him.
Yeah. It seems like they don't want to be the ones who walk away without a quarterback.
Yeah, you don't want to walk away with empty hands in this draft that had maybe 6 in the first round.
And we're not maybe seeing that urgency from the Patriots and Giants.
Yeah.
Like, we're seeing kind of
we're seeing like
we'd be okay.
Like, if it happens to fall and this happens,
Yeah.
then we might, but if we don't, it's okay.
Yeah. I mean, these three guys here, how likely it is. Okay. You were talking about Bucky Brooks's draft.
So
before.
Bucky Brooks' mock draft is famous. His thing is that he doesn't do any trades, and we both listened to that podcast, and we're like,
this for about 10 minutes.
This doesn't seem realistic.
Yeah,
because there's going to be trades.
Yeah,
you could put money down that someone's going to trade into the top 5 or top 10 to pick a quarterback.
Yeah,
I hope it's Denver, but it's probably going to be Minnesota.
That's why I say, like, if the Patriots are there at 3, not that they don't want Marvin Harrison Jr. or
Joe Alt or one of the more.
Not that they don't want one of those guys. I think it's going to be way too tempting to turn down some of the offers they're going to be getting for this pick.
Yeah, say Minnesota says we'll offer you 11, 23, and a first next year.
First and second next year. Are you really going to say, no, give me Marvin Harrison Jr.?
For a team that has really no kind of superstars on their team.
Yeah.
Besides,
that's what I'm saying. I think that's why we think like this a mock draft with no trades is just
unrealistic.
This year more than most unrealistic.
Yeah, some years you're like, okay, I can see everyone staying put. Maybe at the end you can see someone trade up to the first round. This year, no. It's just no percent.
Would you put down $1,000 of your own money to say that it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4 quarterback?
Minimum 4.
So you put down some money that
McCarthy's going to go 4.
Wow. So you think first 4 picks, 4 quarterbacks?
I think it's gonna be quarterbacks. I think someone's gonna fall in love with JJ McCarthy, and they're gonna say, "I don't want him to get to the Chargers, who can move back. I don't want to get the Giants because the Giants might just pick him. Because Giants are meeting with JJ McCarthy.
Yeah.
Whether that's a smokescreen or whether that's real, it's still something that GMs look at and just see. Okay, they have interest. At least, even if it's not real, at least it's some interest.
The craziest drafts are always the ones where you have this many quarterbacks because it just takes one team.
Yeah.
It takes one team to fall in love with them and take a Baker Mayfield number 1 overall.
Mm-hmm.
It takes one team to move up and draft Trey Lance, who wasn't even in the conversation.
Or one team like the Broncos to move up and draft a Tim Tebow.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
You find your guy and you just believe in him.
Yeah.
And some of these guys might be not fit for everybody, but maybe some coach is like, I can fix him.
Yeah.
I can make it work for my guys.
Maybe some coach was at Michael Penix's pro day today
And
and fell in love.
And say maybe the Vikings are like, well, we have weapons. If he's raw, we have Justin Jefferson, we have Jordan Addison, we have T.J. Hockenson, who could help him in this position where he has to, learn on the spot. He doesn't have time to sit behind. I think Sam Darnold might be kind of a mid-bridge guy where you can start Sam the first couple games, and then once Sam inevitably takes a shit, you can put in the new guy.
Very ugly said.
Well, that's just reality of it. Same with Denver.
It's so hard. I mean, we got a month still. It's so hard to pace yourself for this draft because when you start getting into how wild it could be, it's going to be so much fun. I love the draft. It's going to be a good time, and we really haven't dove into it as much as we're really still trying to hold back a little bit.
Yeah, because it's just so flooded with fake with tweets and with smoke screens and with this and with that because we don't really know. No one's gonna. If you bet money on the draft order and who's picking where, you're gonna get it wrong because nobody knows. No one knows shit. All the insiders, they all speculate because they don't even know.
Yeah,
because it's gonna be you don't know who's move up, move down. I still think the Raiders are gonna move up. I think they have opportunity here to move up because they have all their first round picks. They have guys with expiring contracts who they could throw in there. And you know that Denver and the Raiders both want to fight for a quarterback, so the other one doesn't get them.
Yeah, a lot of scenarios we can go through. I mean, it just what we want you to walk away today is it's going to be a wild draft because of the quarterbacks.
What we want you to walk away with is that we don't know shit. It's going to be a wild ride.
Well, in that vein, the person you're listening to on whatever show you're watching, they don't know anything either.
Yeah, because these guys, some teams are better than other teams, but they keep it so close to the vest at this point. If you see a tweet coming out from a certain team, you know that's just a smokescreen. That they want that to come out. The Giants want.
Or do you?
The Giants want everyone to know we're looking at all quarterbacks.
Or do they?
Or do they?
You'd have no idea.